Hey, what's going on, man? This is Will Z Tidwell with Skybox Conversations, the Hoop Power. We talk about all things hoops, but more in particular about our favorite team in the world, the Arkansas Razorbacks, man. Woo Pig Suey, baby. But yeah, man, on this particular episode, Arkansas falls, another one, another close nail biter. Um, Man, a game where they had every chance to win against a number one team in the nation, the Auburn Tigers, man. Um, so many things to be said about this game. Um, But I think the number one thing that the first thing you really want to say is this game, it feels like the epitome of the games when we playing top teams in the country this year. Outside of a few games where we just, got destroyed, majority of our games have come down to the wire. Majority of our games have come down to one or two things being the reason that we didn't win, right? Like it's almost weird how bad it is that we can't close out games. Um, But again, I think tonight just epitomized it. Had them on the rope, had a 1 point lead off a Nelly steal that put us up, and then you look up 30 seconds later, and they back down three, and Auburn went on a 4 run because of just bad decisions. Right? There was a there was a play in particular where we turned it over and Wagner jogs back, and Big Z jogged back the play before that. Don't even get me started on his offensive play, right? Which we'll get to. Just so many things that just went wrong, man. And it seems like we shoot ourselves in the foot. And if you don't believe me, I think this right here that I tweeted earlier during the game, I think it kind of epitomizes, um, improves the point the further that this team can play with anybody, right? Like Arkansas has the ability to play with anybody in the SEC, anybody in the country. And that's the most frustrating thing about this team is that Arkansas shows these stretches where it's like they look like they can beat anybody. But then again, somehow, some way, they get in their own way and they just kill themselves. Listen to this, man. Arkansas led tonight against Auburn in steals, paint points, fast break points, turnovers, field goal percentage, and still lost. And you know what it came down to? It came down to getting crushed on the boards and shooting only 50% from the free throw line. We're already a terrible 3-point shooting team, and Auburn didn't shoot the ball great from the three either tonight. I think we hit 3 threes, they hit 4, like 15%, 16%, 16%, 17%, something like that. Like it wasn't anything really that they just did super better than us, and then besides out rebounding us and making more free throws than us. And making free throws is a part of our identity. We're known for we're starting to build an identity anyway of getting downhill, playing fast in transition, getting up layups, getting to the foul line, and winning the games that way. And when it gets to the point where you're not making your free throws, and then you're also letting them get to the free throw line just as much, and they're making more than you, that's ball game. That's ball game. And again, I think it just epitomizes like the season for the Hogs, man. Like it feels like there is these times where and I feel like I almost can just use my tweets as a guiding point tonight, right? Instead of having talking points, because um I've said this before. One of the two reasons we lost when it being rebounding and being free throws, I've said this before. When we out rebound teams, we're 11-1, but we always typically lose games when we get crushed on the boards, right? And I think this tweet right here kind of epitomizes again everything. Believe it or not, it's the little things that cost a game against the number one team. It's bad transition defense. It's the careless turnovers. It's the missing easy layups. It's taking bad shots, because there were stretches where DJ Wagner taking terrible forced shots. Man, just overall team taking bad forced shots. We'll have two good plays in a row, then you'll have another play where we just throw a bad pass, and then, like I said, not getting back on defense. Not communicating. You sending two to the ball, and then somehow you end up with with Billy Richmond on Janai Broom, or Carter Knox on Janai Broom, just like little miscommunications and things, and you can't really blame the coaching staff tonight, right? You can't blame them and say that they were the reason for this loss, because I think Coach Cal and his team came in with a great plan, right? Live with the tough twos. Don't let them kill you from the three. Try your best on the boards, which is something we struggle with. Run in transition. Like, you could tell they came in with a very specific game plan, and it worked for the most part. But again, it came down to things that usually are supposed to go in our favor, and they beat us at our own game. They out rebounded us, and they made more free throws than us, and that's the ball game. That's the ball game. They didn't do anything else well. They didn't do anything else well. And this is another thing that kills me. Janai Broom wasn't even like just dogging you the way that he could have. Now, he still had a double-double, right? He still had a double-double tonight. But, like, I think this also just kind of shows you just how deep Auburn is, because some of it wasn't even Arkansas's fault. Now, don't get me wrong. We gave them chance after chance. But there were so many chances, bro, where it was like, let me go back. What are you doing, bro? There it is. Right? There were so many chances where it was like, we could have took over the game and put the game out of reach. But every time we thought we got a little traction, if it wasn't Janai Broom, then here comes Chaney Johnson, 14 points, 6 rebounds. Here comes Chad Baker-Mazara. Even though he was trolling a lot, he was hitting tough shots. He hit the little tough fade off the post. It was the little, man, the turnaround fade off, like, that was tough. You know what I'm saying? Then you got, let me see. Then you got Janai Broom giving you 16 and 13. Denver Jones giving you 9. Miles Kelly giving you 7. So you got 3 dudes in double figures, and then 2 more that damn near win double figures, right? And it's like, hey, if you really look at our team, we got 4 to 5 starters in double figures. But then you got Big Z giving you nothing. You got Big Z giving you 0. Giving you 0. After he been averaging damn near 20 points, since the new year. Like, he been hooping, especially in the month of February. And he gives you 0. Trevor Brazile gives you 0. Adu is damn near unplayable. Jonas, I never thought that I would see him be that bad. Jonas Adu is damn near unplayable right now. You know what I'm saying? Trevor Brazile, somebody need to check his phone for parlays and make sure he ain't cheating. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody need to check Trevor Brazile phone and make sure he didn't have a bet against Arkansas tonight, because he put a bucket in a bucket and then hit the ball out his own teammate hand on the rebound. Just like, and again, it's a little silly shit like that cost you the game. They cost you the game, man, and you making the game way harder for yourself than what it is when it's already a tight margin for error. You can't mess up already very much. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like, Jonas Adu is damn near unplayable. Brazile, don't know what happened to him. Billy Richmond, man, he's a dog. You got to bring him back, man. You can't let him go. Can't let him go, and you can't let Carter Knox go. You got to find a way to bring them 2 dudes back, man. You got to find a way to get them back over here. Like, if the arrow can stay too, but I doubt he's gonna stay. And we need another big. You thought a dude was gonna be there for you, but you need another one, man, because he is unplayable. Unplayable. Oh my God. Like, it's just hard to watch. And you know the worst thing? Missouri just dog walked Alabama tonight, right? At one point was up like 20. Alabama, of course, being a great team they are, made it more competitive at times and came back and tried to make a run, but they never could get over the hump. And Missouri ended up winning by like 14 tonight. And guess who Arkansas plays next on Saturday? Missouri. And I said in my last video where I said you need Arkansas to try to get at least one of these ranked wins. You just dropped one against Auburn. You got Mississippi State coming up as well after Missouri. Missouri just beat Alabama. You lost to Alabama at home. You finna go play Missouri. And then Mississippi State just beat Texas A&M, who you lost to as well. Now, does that mean anything? It doesn't. You can very well go in and win those games. We have stretches where we look like we can beat anybody. But then we have stretches where it's like, damn, we might not win another game. And I've said this before, you just don't know what version of this Arkansas Razorback team you're going to get. You just don't know. You just don't know. You don't know if all dudes gonna show up. Like tonight, you who would have who? I mean, it's like it's not super surprising, but it's like, damn, who would have thought that Big Z would have went 0 for 10, 0 for 9 from the three? You know what I'm saying? 3 turnovers. Come on, man. Come on, man. Who would have thought DJ Wagner go 1 for 4 from the three? He got 3 turnovers, only 11 points. Like you just need more. You just need more. You just need more. And it's hard to watch. You see what I'm saying? But that's how crazy the SEC is that now you got Missouri finna play Missouri. I think it's in our house, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. I think they coming to us. Yeah, they coming to. Let me see. No, yeah, they coming to us. It's a home game, so that makes you feel a little bit better because it's like it's a home game and Bud always rocking. But Missouri is still a tough team that beat the shit out y'all the first time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you need to win at least. I told y'all you need to go at least 4-2, man, 3-3 at the worst. 3-3. You win 7 games in the SEC, you can still get in the tournament. You can still get in the tournament with that. But you 4-2 looks really good. And I just don't know if it's 4 wins in here. Like I said, because that Mississippi State Missouri game gonna be tough. South Carolina suck, but they want to win too. You know what I'm saying? You got Texas again that you just beat. They out for blood and revenge. I just don't know, man. I don't know, man. That Missouri game gonna be tough. And if you ask me, what is the biggest downfall for this Arkansas team? It's not paying attention to the details. Not paying attention to the angle of the pass you make. Not communicating on the switch. You know, 2 going to the ball, leaving this, you're not shifting over from the weak side. It's the little things that kill you. And it's the little things that is making this Arkansas team not be able to get over that hump where they end every game. They're not getting beat terribly every game. You right there. But you just can't close the deal. You can't do the little things. And if you can't do the little things, you can't win. You can't win. You can't win. And it seems like every game you can pinpoint what are the 1 or 2 or 3 areas that they struggle in that causes them not to win. Because you can't blame all this on Cal no more. Now, in the beginning, it might have been a little Cal, right? It been trying to figure out rotations and what fits and what doesn't, and trying to get certain dudes to get comfortable in their role and figure out what their role is. Like, but now, come on now, you only got 5 games left. Ain't no more room for that. And so, yeah, man, I'm not going to rant about it, but I think that sums it up. You lead in all these areas of the game, but you're struggling two of the most crucial ones that you typically are pretty good in, and it comes back to bite you. And Auburn again is just so deep. That wasn't an easy task anyway. It's not embarrassed to go in there and lose by 7 to the number 1 team in the nation, and have them on the ropes late and really test them. Again, shows you can play with anybody, but it's just like Auburn is so deep. They come at you in waves. Denver Jones, Janai Broom, Miles Kelly, Pettiford giving big shots and making big plays. They're big. Cartwright and Jones, I think his name is, or whatever his name is. Like, these dudes coming at you in waves, right? So it's just so many where it's just like, hey, you got to be able to match up them their position for position just to feel comfortable against them, right? Or you got to shoot them out the gym. That's tough, man. Tough loss. And we got Missouri coming up this weekend at our house. Very winnable game. But you can't go in there bullshitting. You go in there blast by 30 again. You go in there playing. You're going to lose by 45 again. And so I think that's the best way I'm going to end it, man. I'm not going to go too hard into it. Our NCAA chances are hanging on by a thread. We'll see what we'll come back in a couple weeks and see where we are, man. But yeah, we're gonna conclude the video right here. I'll be sure to drop another one after we get done playing Missouri, and kind of get a feel for where we are and what we're gonna look like those last 4 games of the season. Y'all know how much I love y'all, man. Be sure to like, subscribe to the video. Until the next one, man. Peace. Yep.